and Stan Ward. His dad was in the service, and he moved around quite a bit. Stan was born in Fort Campbell. They lived in Panama for a few years. Then he settled down in Sacramento, and he became an outstanding athlete in football, baseball, track, 440. His father still lives in Sacramento. Let's listen to the instructions here from referee Charles Roth.
I take hands, come out box.
So Charles Roth is the referee in this particular bout. And it's Stan Ward against Ron Lyle, scheduled to go 10.
Vast difference in experience. Lyle's had 39 bouts, Ward only 10. So we'll see what kind of tricks Ron tries to pull out.
Lyle, of course, the more experienced fighter. This is his 41st professional fight. This is only the 11th professional fight for young Stan Ward.
Ward is listed at 6'1½", but he looks a little shorter than that to us. He's stocky, very stocky, broad across the shoulders, thick legs. He might be 6'1½", but I doubt it.
Well, he outweighs Lyle. He's 236 to Lyle's 220. That's 16 pounds he has on him in that category. Lyle, of course, has a reputation as one of the more devastating punchers in the heavyweight division. Don't forget, they figure that the two top contenders for Muhammad Ali are Ken Norton and Jimmy Young, depending on whatever your choice is in that particular preference. And both of those fighters are going to be seen right here on NBC later on in our Night with the Heavyweights this evening. And we have Muhammad Ali watching proceedings, and we'll be cutting in. And Ernie Shavers also. They, of course, going to be meet on the 29th of September here on NBC. They are watching from their respective areas in which they are undergoing their training for that fight. They'll be in the local TV station, both in Wilkes-Barre, which is closest to Ali's training camp, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and Youngstown, Ohio, which is closest to where Ernie Shavers is preparing for his September 29th fight with Ali.
They promise a good get-together on the 29th of this month. Shavers has said he'll take Ali out in 7. We heard Muhammad say at the top of our show that he replied with 7.
And we'll be going into the dressing rooms right here in Las Vegas. Joe Garagiola. Comments from Norton and from Jimmy Young as they get ready. We're in round 1 here. Ron Lyle against Stan Ward. Lyle with his back to us. Ron Lyle.
I think the hesitancy on the part of both men right now is justified. Lyle doesn't know much about Ward, and Ward respecting Lyle's experience.
10 seconds to go in round 1 of a scheduled 10-rounder. It's a 5-point must system in the voting, all done by the 3 judges. Better boxer gets 5 points. If you get even, each boxer gets 5. And we have Ron Lyle in the light blue trunks on the right against Stan Ward as we have begun round 2. Stan Ward got a BA in psychology out of Sacramento State, wants to continue his education. Then he got interested in watching Bobic in the 72 Olympics. That's what got him started boxing.
It's late in life to give it a try, but so far it seems like a pretty good decision.
Right up at close quarters there by Ron Lyle.
All right, that's all right. Step it up.
Ward using his weight advantage to press against Lyle. Lyle with his experience tying him up effectively.
Lyle, I guess you have to say, is self-taught. Much has been said and written about his early youth, about his youth when he was growing up, third of 19 children, Denver. His problems seemingly has turned them around now.
Good exchange. you get around Ron Lyle, it's tough not to have his optimism rub off on you. He's such an optimistic guy, such an up guy, and ever since his brother has assumed control of his business affairs, he seems to be a much happier Ron Lyle, much more at ease with himself, I think. He still believes that despite being 35 years old, he still has time to win the heavyweight championship.
Well, he's up there in the rankings. He's ranked third at WBC as we have 1 minute to go in round 2. No knockdown so far. The fight scheduled to go 10.
Doesn't necessarily like what Stan Ward's doing, but you've got to be impressed sitting down here. A guy as young as he is and with experience, staying in there with him and tying him up.
Lyle lost his footing as he went into Ward. They banged against the ropes. Seconds to go in round 2. Here on our night with the heavyweights in Las Vegas. And Ward as we begin round 3. Lyle picks up a 1-point edge after they were even in round 1. Lyle right above us, trying to open up the heavy artillery against Stan Ward. Took one on the chin at the bell at the end of round 2.
I was about to say at the end of round 2, Ron Lyle got in a couple of them, and when he came back to his corner, we saw his corner man give him a wink. I'm not sure those were totally unintentional at that point. Maybe trying to intimidate the youngster a bit.
At 6'3½", Ward at 6'1½", and Brian alluded to that a little bit earlier. Weight-wise, Ward outweighing Lyle by 16 pounds, 236 to 220. Ward trying to get out of trouble here. He is ranked 10 by Ring Magazine and by Boxing Illustrated. And that's on only 10 pro fights. That's how highly they think of this young man.
Ward's no idle dreamer either. He said that he'll give boxing 2 years, see if he's a top contender by then. If he's not, he'll drop it, go on to graduate school. Lyle loaded up a right hand. I think most of it missed.
Ward brought that right hand back. He was going to throw something. Stan Ward and Ron Lyle in round 3 of a scheduled 10-rounder. This is the second bout in our night with the heavyweights here in Las Vegas on NBC with 1 minute to go in the 3rd round. We've got Jimmy Young and Ken Norton coming up later. Joe Garagiola is in the dressing rooms now. Norton and Young will be cutting them momentarily. I'm Stu Nahan, and hope you enjoy the evening with us here as we see Ron Lyle work on Stan Ward.
Good exchange over there. Lyle is going to the body very heavily. Ward's coming back, doing a little headhunting, trying to counterpunch off the ropes.
Third man of the ring is Charles Roth, referee. 10 seconds to go on in round 3. Scheduled for 10. Over Stan Ward. 44 points for Ron Lyle, 40 for Stan Ward. So he's opened up a 4-point lead after the first 3 rounds.
He won that round 5-3 on 2 charges, 5-4 on the other.
This is the official point total kept by the 3 judges at ringside here. Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. We pause now for station identification. This is the NBC television network.
This is WNBC TV, New York.
We are early in round 4. It is Ron Lyle to us against Stan Ward. Lyle from Denver, Colorado, 35 years old, in his 40th professional fight against young Stan Ward, 27 years old, in his 11th professional fight. Ward is unbeaten. He's had 2 draws. Lyle has only lost 5 of those 40 fights. He's had 1 draw. Both knockout experts. Lyle with 23 knockouts, Ward with 4.
One of Stan Ward's wins this year is a 10-round decision over Jody Ballard, who we'll get a chance to look at in our upcoming bout as he goes against Jimmy Young. That should be a good one.
There have been no knockdowns so far in this bout. If you just joined us, previous bout, Larry Holmes undefeated. TKO in the 7th round over young Sanford. Last minute substitute for Howard Smith.
Lyle missed with the right uppercut, kind of a wild thing.
One minute to go in round 4. Stan Ward in his own corner, or the far corner to the right. Despite outweighing Lyle by 15 pounds, Lyle is taking the battle to him.
Well, I think when they're in tight like that, Ron Lyle is very much inside of Stan Ward.
All right, boys, you tied up. Step out. Step back.
Good combination by Ward, his best of the night. Lyle buried right in there again.
We see it again. Ward, in trying to fend off Lyle, actually has his arms outside of Ron. Can't be effective that way.
Lyle still with a commanding lead, 59 points for Ron Lyle. And there you see Ward dragging behind now. He has a total of 52.
Sorry, Stu, I think he has 56, which means he closed 1 point on that in that round. That's okay. While you were reading, I was adding.
Never was good mathematics. So he picked up a point.
All right, boys. All right, that's all. Hold up. Let's step back.
We are in round 5 of a scheduled 10-rounder. Ron Lyle with his back to us against the less experienced Stan Ward.
Stan Ward certainly doesn't look like a fighter who's only had 10 professional fights, does he?
No, he doesn't.
He's got an awful lot of maturity, an awful lot of sense, and he refuses to be intimidated by Ron Lyle, who's had 4 times as many bouts, and who's got a pretty impressive reputation as a hitter.
And he only had 28 amateur fights. He was 24-4 at that time. Then he went to work as an apprentice, as a sparring partner with George Foreman and Joe Frazier, and said, well, as you pointed out, I'm going to have get boxing a couple of years, and if I don't make it to the championship by then, I'm going to go to graduate school. He's a psychology major. Got a BA degree in that. Cal State, Sacramento. Quick left by Ward. Jolting right by Ward. Coming out of that for the first quarter competition. Now Lyle holding on, trying to catch Ward down. Ward's starting to open up a little bit. And
First time we've seen Lyle back against the ropes in this position.
yes, sir. Lyle doesn't like that position.
And it's Lyle doing the holding and grabbing at this point.
Ward stays right in on him. Keeps that right head buried in his shoulder.
Good right hand.
Lyle came back 11.
71, Stan Ward 67 as we head into the 6th round.
So it is Ward staying just 4 points back as we look at the cumulative totals of the voting done by the 3 judges at ringside here in Las Vegas on our night with the heavyweights. And we have begun round 6. Ward had Lyle in trouble in the closing moments of round 5. At least he had taken the Resovac for the first time. Now we do a little... Referee Charlie Ross says, okay, guys, pick it up. No knockdowns yet. And a lot of clinching going on here early in round 6.
Definitely a test of strength at this point. I think each fighter is just trying to muscle the other at this point, trying to show him he will not back off. Yeah, Ward is definitely leading with the head at this point.
Jimmy Young coming up against Jody Ballard on our night with the heavyweights, followed by Ken Norton against Lorenzo Zanon. And Joe Garagiola in the dressing room, and he'll be talking both fighters. And we'll be having comments from Muhammad Ali and Ernie Shavers. They're back in Youngstown, Ohio, and Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, with Marv Albert and Larry Merchant. We'll be cutting away to them. So stay with us on our night with the heavyweights here in Las Vegas.
Good left hand right above us by Stan Ward. He's come up with it 3 times now, scored with it twice. He's a tough kid.
27-year-old Stan Ward appears to be quicker than 35-year-old Ron Lyle.
Remember, this is the fight that a lot of people said, if any of the big names here gets upset, it will be Ron Lyle because Stan Ward's a goodie.
At the weigh-in ceremonies yesterday, of the 8 fighters involved in our night with the heavyweight, Ward was the most tense, most serious-minded. Maybe that was the psychology that he majored in. I don't know.
I think he's aware, Stu, very much so of what we spoke of in the beginning, that this is a tremendous opportunity for a young man like a Stan Ward to throw himself into the forefront of the heavyweight scene.
We are in round 6 of the scheduled 10-rounder as Ward lands a right hand. This is to the left. Lyle has Ward back up against the ropes as he's had most of the fight on a right overhand. Grazed the left cheek. Stan Ward finally gets away.
That strong right hand of Stan Ward seemed to have awakened something in Mr. Lyle.
He's slipping a lot of punches by Lyle. Ooh, left hook missed. Ward is slipping a lot of punches with Lyle. 5 seconds to go in round 6. It's 80, so it's a 5-point lead right now for Ronnie Lyle as we begin round 7. No knockdowns in the fight as yet. Scheduled to go 10. Both fighters with a knockout reputation coming in. Our second bout in our night with the heavyweights on NBC.
Lyle's got to be saying to himself, somebody was kidding me before the fight when they said this guy had only 10 fights. Stan Ward is handling himself very, very well.
At the end of this round, we're going to pay a visit to Muhammad Ali back in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and see his reaction to this fight so far. Stay there with Larry Merchant. Good left hand by Ward. Another left hand, great hand, and Lyle threw a bomb with the left side of the face of Stan Ward. Midway through round 7. Scheduled for 10. Slip underneath. Left hand thrown by Lyle to Stan Ward. They glared at each other at the end of round 6, Bryant. I don't think you can fight these 2 guys in the same party.
Mr. Ward with a very good combination right there, off the rope. Another good left. Lyle right on his heel. Put him up and stop the pressure in a hurry.
Yeah.
Ron comes right back.
Ward missed the right hand. first round was even. It was a 1-point lead for Lyle after 2. Then it opened to 4. Went up to 7 at the end of 4 rounds. Back to 4 at the end of 5, and was 5 points difference with Lyle in the lead at the end of 6 as we are here in the closing moments of round 7.
Ward seems content at this point to lay along the ropes, let Lyle come to him and try to counterpunch his way out of it. We promised to keep you abreast of the pennant race in the American League East. Reported earlier, Baltimore beat Toronto in the first game of a doubleheader, 6-5. Second game, they're winning 1-0. And New York and Boston, no score in the fourth.
5-point lead for Ron Lyle, 99-94. Ron Lyle in front by 5. We're beginning round 8. No knockdowns as yet. Lyle separated by referee Charles Robb. And Lyle motions to Ward, come on in.
Well, they're going to change places for a while now.
Yeah, I'm tired of leaning on you. You lean on me for a while.
Well, as soon as he gets there, they reverse position.
Lyle's right hand grazing the nose of Stan Ward. Pulling for Stan Ward now. Kind of a pro-Stan Ward crowd here in Las Vegas.
Well, I think anytime you have an underdog, you're going to get a crowd favorite in that direction. And Ward coming into this is definitely an underdog.
Ward trying to get her in. Throws the right hand. Ward throwing a right hand as he got out of that corner, Brian. And right back in there. As he breaks those clinches, he gets that one punch in. Young man from Sacramento, California.
He's punched off the ropes very, very well. You'll see him right there, for example, coming off, connecting against Lyle with a good left hand. It doesn't stop Ron. Ron comes back to press the advantage, but Ward is still in there and he's gaming it.
Lyle hasn't had a fight since March when he took a 12-round decision over Joe Buckner. Ward had a fight the same month. 8-round decision over Kevin Isaacs.
Not an awful lot of damage being done over there right now, despite the fact there's a lot of punches being thrown. Good left hand there.
Ward trying to pick up some points now. He trails by 5 going into this round 8. Knowing that the other guy can end it all with one punch. Good right hand by Ward.
We have now an 8-point lead.
Lyle pulling away now. He had a 5-point lead, now leads it by 8. And you'll see Ernie Shavers and Muhammad Ali right here on NBC on September 29th. With the heavyweights here in Las Vegas, Jimmy Young. And still later, Ken Norton. Logic contenders.
Oh, good combination by Ward. Stood Lyle up with a good right hand.
Easy, guys. We are in round 9. There have been no knockdowns, no threat of any up until possibly now. In a warm embrace.
At this point, Ward has to win these last 2 rounds and win them big in order to salvage something from this fight over Ron Lyle. I think he knows that, and he's pressing it.
5-point must system. Also in Nevada, the mandatory 8 count. 3 knockdowns, 1 round rule has been waived by the Nevada Boxing Commission.
That right high on the head of Lyle, no damage.
Ward trying to get that one punch in there to pick up some points. He has trailed for the entire fight after they fought even in the first round.
You've got to figure at this point that Lyle would be content to cover up and let it go on out the distance. He can just avoid some of those big blows to Stan Ward. He's comfortably in front right now.
Lyle appears to be more tired than Ward at this point. Maybe he's 35, the other guy's 27. I don't know.
Another good left hand by Ward. Lyle's experience is a big advantage. He's been in this situation before, just trying to cover up, not let Stan Ward really get back into this fight. Right now, he's comfortably in front. He'd like to keep it that way.
Good left hook. 5-point margin with Lyle holding the 5-point advantage. We go to the 10th final round as these guys start flinging each other around right above us here in Las Vegas. And Ward knows he's got to throw everything he can in this 10th round. This ought to be some kind of round. Lyle now trying to open up with some heavy artillery of his own. Neither man has been down.
Lyle's reactions would indicate that he thinks this fight is still very much up in the air. He's certainly not playing it cautiously right now.
Maybe he doesn't know what we know and what the folks at home know. He's got a 5-point lead going in.
Out two on that pretty undefeated record.
Yeah. We're about halfway through the 10th and final round. Most of the fight has been a lot of infighting. Ward has been able, and the crowd booing now. They don't want to see this infighting in the last few moments now. But I'd like to see these guys stand up and slug it out.
Well, they haven't been going at it this pace for 9 rounds.
No, no. Stan Ward to the right. Experience against youth. And 1 minute to go in the 10th and final round. Going in, Stan Ward was 5 points behind in the judging by the 3 officials at ringside. It's a 5-point must system.
Lyle's corner yelling to him to box, box, box. Evidently, they feel secure that he is in front, as we know he is.
Stan Ward coming in hopefully. Look at that one shot.
Lyle's brother angrily yelling, "Get off the ropes."
The left hand there, nice back. Lyle's trying to make his experience pay off for him here with 10 seconds to go in the fight.